guys, welcome back. So today we have a pausing point. That just means that instead of learning anything new today, we are going to take a day to review all of the things that we've learned so far. So at the end of today, we will review and identify the characteristics of stories, including characters, plot, setting, and moral. We will identify the moral of a fable, and we will identify and draw the beginning, middle, and end of a fable. All right. To review a little bit about what we know about fables, I want us to watch this little video.
All right, let's jam.
I think you should stop dancing.
Aw, why?
Because it's story time.
Oh, what story are we gonna hear tonight? The one about the girl space pirate from Planet X again?
No. Tonight we're going to hear a fable.
What's a fable?
You'll find out. Now, Rabbit Princess.
Hey guys, what is a fable? Do you remember what a fable is? I want you to tell somebody at home what you think a fable is, and then I want you to press play on the video, and we'll see if you are right, okay?
Family ruled the whole Rabbit Kingdom. Her father worked very hard at being the Rabbit King, and he knew the importance of getting a good night's sleep. So, he paid his friend Anansi the Spider 3 gold carrots to weave her a magical bed. That way, his daughter could get good sleep too. The Rabbit Princess was so happy with the wonderful bed Anansi made her, but the Rabbit King gave her a warning. His daughter must never jump on the bed, for if she ever does, it is foretold that she will have to sleep on the floor forever. But did the Rabbit Princess listen to what her father told her?
What do you think? Do you think the Rabbit Princess is going to listen to her dad's warning, or no? Let's find out.
She did not.
Uh-oh. Oh,
So the Rabbit Princess, having ruined the beautiful bed the kind and patient Rabbit King bought for her, had to sleep on the floor for the rest of her life. The end.
Hey, wait a minute. It seems like that story was about someone.
Yes, and that's what makes it a fable. A fable is a special kind of fiction story.
What does fiction mean, guys? Do you remember what fiction means? Does it mean real life or made up? It means made up, okay? So a fable is a short fiction or made up story. Let's see what else.
It usually features animal characters, and
that normally has animal characters. Now, what else do we know about fables and their animal characters? What do those animal characters often do? They act like what? They act like people. And what do we call it when animals act like people? Personification, okay?
always has a moral.
What's a moral?
A moral is a lesson, something the story is trying to teach you.
So the moral of this story is don't jump on the bed or it'll break?
Look how quickly you got that. Good for you.
Dad, was the Rabbit Princess okay sleeping on the floor forever?
You don't need to worry about her. Remember, a fable is fiction. Good night.
Fiction. But that means it didn't really happen.
Oh no! What do you think's gonna happen?
And if the story didn't happen, maybe the moral isn't true either, right?
Uh-oh.
Don't be so sure.
All right, guys. I hope you guys liked that little video. So we said that fables are short fiction or made-up stories that are made up to teach us a lesson or moral, right? and they often have animal characters, and they often have lots of personification, which is when animals act like people, right? Okay, so now I'm going to explain one of your assignments. So I need you to get a blank piece of paper and a pencil, and I want you to number your paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like this, okay? Make sure you put your name at the top of your paper. Go ahead and do that, and then unpause this video. Okay, guys, so now that you have your papers numbered, what we are going to do is I want you to look at these pictures. Okay, let me move my face so you can see the pictures. So here we have picture A, which has a fox in it. Picture B, which has a shepherd boy in it. Picture C, which has some sheep in it. Look at this one. It's kind of weird looking. Picture D, that has a dog and an ox. Picture E, that has a goose and a farmer. And picture F, which has a milkmaid and a pail of milk. Okay, so for this assignment, what's going to happen is I'm going to read you a short a sentence or two about a fable that you've heard. Now, when I give you one of those sentences, I want you to think in your head what story that sentence goes with. Then, once you figure out what story it goes with, you're going to look at the pictures and see which picture is from the story I'm talking about. Okay? Once you figure out what picture, you're going to look at the letter that's next to it, and you're going to put it next to the number. So we'll walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through number 1. So, number 1. In this fable, a shepherd boy gets bored tending sheep and decides to cry, "Wolf! Wolf!" when there isn't really a wolf. So what story is that from? What story is that from where the shepherd boy wants some company, so he cries, "Wolf! Wolf!" when there's not really a wolf? Now, I want you to look at which one of these pictures shows, goes with that story. So whichever picture you think it goes, or whichever picture matches the story that I'm talking about, you're going to look at that picture and you're going to find the letter that's next to it. So if you think it goes with this, or if you think this is the picture, you would write A. If you think this is the picture, you'd write B. If you think this is the picture, you're going to write C. If you think this is the picture, D. This one, E. This one, F. And you're going to put that next to number 1. I'm going to read it one more time. In this fable, a shepherd boy gets bored tending the sheep and decides to cry, "Wolf! Wolf!" when there isn't really a wolf. That was number 1. Ozzy, enough. My wolf is barking because he wants dinner. Okay. Number 2. Okay, so number 2. The moral of this fable is, don't count your chickens before they're hatched, or don't count on having everything turn out exactly as you planned because you might be disappointed. So which story has the moral, don't count your chickens before they're hatched, or don't count on having everything turn out exactly as you planned because you might be disappointed? And you are going to find the picture that shows that story, and you're going to write the letter next to number 2. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, number 3. In this fable, a farmer learns a lesson about not being greedy. So, in this story, or in this fable, a farmer learns a lesson about not being greedy. So whichever story that is, I want you to find the picture that goes with the story, and then you're going to write that letter next to number 3. Okay, number 4. In this fable, an animal character is stingy and refuses to budge so others can eat. I'm going to read that again. In this fable, an animal character is stingy and refuses to budge so others can eat. You're going to find the picture that goes with that story, and you're going to put the letter next to number 4. Okay, number 5. In this fable, an animal character gets sold at the market because of his disguise. Okay, so find the picture that goes with the story where an animal character gets sold at the market because of his disguise. And you're going to put that letter next to number 5. Okay. All right. The last one, number 6. The phrase sour grapes comes from this fable. The phrase sour grapes comes from this fable. So whichever picture shows the fable that has the phrase sour grapes, you're going to put that letter next to number 6. Okay? All right. If you need to rewind so that you can hear some of them again, you can do that. If not, hold on to that paper and we are going to keep on going. Okay? Oh, there we go. All right. So your other assignment or your next assignment, you're going to need, well, I guess it depends on what you pick to do. So your assignment is going to be pick a fable. Your options are The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Maid in the Milk Pail, The Goose and the Golden Egg, The Dog in the Manger, The Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, or The Fox and the Grapes. So you're going to pick whichever one you want. It doesn't really matter to me. And then you are going to complete the somebody wanted but so then for that fable. Now you might be like, Miss Van Wert, what does that mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, guess what? I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna show you my example. But I wanted to tell you that you have a choice as to what you want to do. You can make a puppet show. You could do family theater, which means you could get your family to act it out with you. You could draw pictures as long as you add labels, or you can write it out. But you have to tell me the somebody of the fable, what that somebody wanted, the but, the so, and the then for that fable. So I'm going to show you an example. Sorry, guys. Ozzy is really, I don't know what he wants because I already fed him. But he is whining at me. So if he starts barking, I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you my example. And for my example, I didn't draw it, but I put him on a slide, and I'll show you. So I chose The Maid in the Milk Pail. So my somebody, you see, the word somebody is up there. My somebody was Peggy the milkmaid, right? So there's Peggy the milkmaid, and I put a caption there, or I labeled it Peggy the milkmaid as my somebody. She wanted a blue dress and matching ribbon, right? So I wrote blue dress and matching ribbon. But she spilled the milk that she was going to sell, right? You see the picture of the milk being spilled. So she couldn't buy the dress and ribbon. And I put a sad face there because I thought she's probably pretty sad. Then she had to tell her mom, right? So that's all you're doing. You're going to choose to make a puppet show or act it out with your family or friends. Or you could draw pictures as long as you label it. Or if you wanted to just write it out and not put any pictures, you could do that too. All right. When you're done, if it's a drawing or you're writing it out, then I want it to be a picture sent to my email. But if it's a puppet show or a family theater, I would like for you to record it, like video it, and then send me the video to my email. All right, guys, get to it. I cannot wait to see your work. Bye.